Yes, welcome back to In the Red Corner podcast. It's Thursday. That only means one thing. It's WBKB Thursday. But before that, what a weekend it was. What a weekend of fighting. The BKFC card was unreal. Conatini, Johnny Graham, possible contender of the year fight. That it was brilliant. It was brilliant. I hope everyone's enjoyed the little videos and stuff, the shorts that have been putting out there with the interviews with them after the fight. There's more of them to come as well with different fighters. But jab that like button, jab the subscribe button while you're here. Costs you nothing. But as I say, it's WBKB Thursday, so let's bring Gilly on. Yes, Gilly, how's it going?
I'm very good, Ross. I'm back in the McDonald's drive-thru tonight. You know, just for Rick Doherty by popular demand. If you're watching Rick, I'm back in the drive-thru, mate. You know, ready for the next order. But no, very good, mate. Very good. Just obviously just heard your little opening salvo there about the BKFC event at the weekend, and just something very interesting. Obviously, I'm not sure if he's going to join us or where he's at, or if he's having internet problems, or he's getting his hair cut, or finding his cigars. But I noticed the other night that David Round actually had Johnny Graham winning that fight, which was interesting because I actually thought, obviously, look, it was a fantastic fight, wasn't it? An absolute brilliant fight. I actually thought, watching it myself, that it was all on the fifth round. I genuinely thought whoever won the fifth round was the winner of the fight, which you know, I think Teeny won it, in my opinion, by the virtue of the fifth round. But I noticed that the judges were quite wide with the scorecards by comparison. But it was also interesting that David Round actually had Johnny Graham winning. It would have been nice to get David's kind of take on that fight, you know, because I think, like I said, it was a real good fight, wasn't it? You know, one of many on the night. There was so many fights went the distance on that card. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, he was texting us as the show was going on, and you know he was sending us his scorecards and things like that. He's taken this job really serious. We've got him here at the WBKB as a special guest judge, but you know he's really taking it seriously, which is good. You know, I'm pleased about that. Yeah, I was hoping because it was a title fight. I was thinking it could go to a sixth round. To be honest, I was hoping it was going to go to a sixth round, but you know. It was, like I say, a fight of the year contender, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, I mean, as you've alluded to, you know, there's so many good fights on the card, wasn't there? You know, like I really enjoyed the George Thorpe Barbaroux fight. I thought that was excellent. I thought Ryan McCarthy, you know, Ryan was one of the fighters that we'd kind of looked at with a view to getting him on a WBKB show. He got his chance at the weekend on the big show, and Ryan McCarthy boxed really well, didn't he? You know, Ryan looked really composed in there, got a 5-round victory, you know. So, yeah, I think it was like I say, it was a heck of a card. And then probably the show steal for me, Ross, was John Chip Chase. I think we all knew. I think we all knew he was dangerous, but I think the other night he just really took himself to the next level, didn't he? To be honest with you, you know, I think he really announced himself as a bit of a superstar, because Toby Binden's a hell of a fighter, and to do what he's done to Toby Binden, you know, he was just a wrecking ball, wasn't he? You know, and yeah, absolutely unbelievable. The performance from John Chip Chase, absolutely. You know, I was left a bit. I was like, wow, and I'm sure I wasn't the only one.
I think Jono hits like a heavyweight for the size of him. He's, that left hand that he put Binden down with first. And I spoke to Jono on Monday, I think it was, and he's ready to go again. You know, he's ready to go again, and he's some man, the JCB, the God of War. You know, he's proved it time and time again.
To be honest, Ross, you know, if he puts in another performance like that, I don't think it'll be long before America comes knocking for him, to be honest with you. You know, I can see him ending up getting a shot over in the United States, because, like I say, he's box office, isn't he? You know, like for a guy of such a lightweight to be as heavy-handed as he is. And he's, you know, because you get these guys in the burst on the scene, everybody's full of confidence, aren't they? You know, because at the end of the day, fighters back themselves, that's what they do. And I can remember, you know, when he first came on the scene, I thought, this guy, you know, he talks a bit too much, but he's, you know, he really is the real deal. And like I say, I think you'll have earned a new army of fans after the way he performed at the weekend. Certainly.
Absolutely, he's such a nice lad as well. I spent a little bit of time with him. Him and his mate was having lunch and things. I sat down with them while they were eating and things on the Saturday, and it's so easy to talk to. Just a really, really nice fella.
Yeah, absolutely, and like Sean, I think that's the beauty of it, is, isn't it? What's the word? It's a sport for savages, but actually, the 99.9% of these guys that you come across in the fight game, they're actually gentlemen, aren't they?
Yeah.
They are. They're some of the best blokes you would ever meet. Real salt of the earth people. And I think obviously again, just from the event on Saturday, it was great to see Robbie Brown back in the win column. Robbie looked
Definitely.
really accomplished, didn't he? I think that's the best Robbie's ever boxed, and it was interesting that I can't think which of our posts it was this week on social media. There was a very respectful back and forth between him and Bartek, our former champion Bartek Canaby, who's now fighting the BKFC, and I think that's a fight that I would personally love to see, because the two guys that have probably been fighting, given quite a lot of weight away in their time in the BKFC, and it'd be nice to see them two guys get a fight with each other in the near future.
Yeah, the post it was WBKB just celebrated its first birthday, I suppose, didn't it? We had our first show almost this time last year, and that was the post. Bartek won the belt there. He became the WBKB first champion, and that was the post. We put a post up of Bartek holding the belt high and things like that, standing with the belt. I think he slept with that belt that night, I think, to be honest, didn't he? And
he won the belt, like you say. He went out around Whitehaven on
I'll
the
just be a second. Keep talking, Gil.
Yeah, he went out around Whitehaven on the drink with the belt on, and he slept with the belt on. And you know something, Ross? I think it just shows how opportunity knocks, because I was actually looking at the fight poster for that event, and there must have been 3 or 4 guys on the fight poster who actually didn't make it to fight night. Now, Bartek was actually scheduled just to have a regulation bout, but unfortunately, we lost our heavyweight main event, so we needed to upgrade and sort of create a title fight. And it was decided that, looking at the card, we'd give Bartek that opportunity. And obviously, he sees the opportunity with both hands, and he's never really looked back ever since. He's been on an upward trajectory, and he's had a hell of a 12 month. I think, like I said, from our point of view as the WBKB, just 1 year since that first event. The first event was probably 6 months in planning, but in all honesty, it was like an idea that went back probably pre-COVID. The fire was kind of lit when Kev had his first BKB bouts, and it was sort of an idea that we touted, but because of COVID, we never really got round to it and things like that. But it was something that we'd always kind of talk about bringing to the area. So it was nice to actually sort of finally bring it to fruition. So to say that little landmark pop up and say, 1 year ago, our first event, and there were so many challenges with that event. Like I say, we even had fighters sort of trying to haggle with us for more money on the morning of the event and threatening to pull out. And the amount of challenges that we faced for that first event was phenomenal. So to be here now, several events later, and going from strength to strength, is something that we're all really proud of, as you know, mate.
And WBKB3 fast approaching. I can't wait. Just less than 3 weeks away now, is it? 16 days?
16 days, mate. Like you say, not long at all.
16 days. Get your tickets now, because they are selling fast. We've very few of the VIP left, haven't we? There's some standard left still, but there's few of the VIP left.
Like I say, ringside is sold out. I know, like I say, we've sold another table of VIP this morning, so that's gone. I mean, realistically, if we wanted to, we could probably declare the VIP a sellout now, but we can squeeze a little bit of capacity. So if that's you and you are wanting to be sat at a table with a waiter or a waitress taking your drinks orders and experiencing the WBKB event in fine style, then get in touch with us and get those tickets while you can. You'll be situated inside a 40 by 20 metre luxury marquee. You'll have all the best visuals and all the best sonic experience that the show will offer. So if you want those tickets, act now before it's too late.
It's going to be unreal. And, it's going to scratch that itch as well, because there's nothing going on with the BKFC until like October on the European side of things. So WBKB will scratch that bare knuckle itch that you need. So make sure you get your tickets. You mentioned briefly there about Robbie Brown. I interviewed Robbie after his fight as well. And we're going to be running a raffle. We're going to be running a raffle at the show. Anyone's interested, I've got signed Robbie Brown wraps from the night. and he's also going to give us his shorts and his boots as well, I believe. So I'm looking forward to getting them through the post or however he gets them to us. But yeah, we've got his signed wraps that he wore on the night, and we're going to be auctioning them off during the show. If anyone wants to make a bid early, they're more than welcome to. We'll include that on the night. So, and there's going to be plenty of other things going, plenty of other prizes as well. We've got the weigh-ins as well. We've got the weigh-ins the night before. Moresby Club, 6 p.m. Come down and support your fighters. Have a couple of pints. It's going to be good crack.
Yeah, so obviously, like I say, the night before, we've got four of our fights going head-to-head in ceremonial weigh-ins. So the fighters are going to go head-to-head. They're going to weigh in. They're going to do some interviews while we're there in the Moresby Club. So that's going to be fantastic. We've got a bout for WBKB 4. That's going to go head-to-head on the same night as well. And also, we've got 2 big signings to reveal. So if you want to come along to Moresby Club on the night before, that's Friday the 30th of August at Whitehaven. You know, you'll get first glimpse of 2 big new signings for the WBKB on that evening as well.
Yeah. But tonight, we've got a man that's kind of taking a fight pretty short notice. We had a fight to pull out and things, and we needed to get matched up. And we've got this man, Kane Wilkinson, the hitman. He stepped in. Oh, sorry, I'll bring him in. Sorry. Are you ready, Kane? We'll bring him in now. Yes, Kane, how are you doing, my man?
I'm all good, you?
All good, my man. Thank you very much. Much appreciated you joining us here.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
And as I was saying, you took this fight on short notice. You fought on street beefs and things before. You're a big old unit. I can't wait to see you out there. To be honest, it's going to be some night.
Yeah, I can't wait for it. Like, first bare knuckle, but I've been active. Short notice, but I'm training. I've been active. I fought not long ago with hybrid boxing. So,
well, do you know something? I think Ross, we had this discussion, didn't we, about hybrid boxing? And there's quite a few folk who are now referring to it as sort of amateur BKB because it's obviously the closest thing you can get to the bare knuckle is fighting in the 4-ounce mitts and things like that. How much do you think that's prepared you, Kane, for this next step now into the world of the bare knuckle boxing?
Quite good to be fair, because it's not bare knuckle. It's the same. We're fighting with the same rule set, so you're allowed to hold on with the punches, 20-second count. Like everything's same as bare knuckle rules. It's just with MMA gloves on.
Yeah, absolutely. With us, it's going to be a 10-second count. We follow the same rules as the BKFC.
I don't plan on going down anyway, boys. Don't worry.
That's the spirit, mate. That's the spirit.
Obviously, just in case your opponent decides he needs to get back up, you know what I mean? You can say, stay down, you've got 20 seconds.
Absolutely. So, Kane, you're stepping in to fight Sam Peel. So, Sam's a local fighter based in Wilkinson. Former MMA fighter with a 3-0 record. His fan took the plunge, stepped into bare knuckle. His original opponents pulled out. You've stepped in. Have you done much homework on Sam? Have you done any research, or are you just going to back yourself and back your game plan on the evening?
I'm always going to back myself anyway. With our fight, different people. People change on the night. He's not fought in quite a while, but I did watch a MMA fight he had. He's got an alright right hand on him, but I don't think the speed's there the same with mine.
Do you keep yourself busy during, I know you fought recently and stuff like that, but between camps and things, do you always keep yourself in the gym, or do you just kind of... We've normally got David Round on. David's supposed to be on tonight, but I don't know where he's at again. He's gone AWOL, MIA. But he does nothing until it's camp time for his camp. He just kind of drinks beer and smokes cigars pretty much. But
don't get me wrong, I've took some really short notice fights, like 24-hour notice fights to different sports and that. But at the moment, no, I'm training every day a week. Well, 6 days a week.
Good man.
Yeah. So obviously, Ross has alluded to the fact, Kane, that you fought on the street beef shows and things like that. Obviously, there's going to be Callum Fuller, who's previously fought on the street beefs as well. Just give us your take on it, because it seems like, and again, it's a familiar theme, but everybody says about how the street beefs, it's it's like an extended family and a great support network. Just give us your take on how on street beefs and how important they've been in your sort of fighter development and development as a person, basically.
Yeah, 100%. Street beefs have helped me out with a lot. Even to last fight where I didn't show up with a great team, I came sort of with our lass and her family. So I didn't have the best sort of pad people there, but I had Paul Venice come and give me pad work before fight, corner me. And yeah, they've always helped me out and helped me get different fights. And yeah, can't say it's good about them.
Yeah, it is. It's a proper little community there. Ryan Flowers, pulling a lot of the strings behind in the background, and it's a tight knit group of lads that have really created a good bond and good friendship.
Yeah, 100%.
You just obviously it's something that we do in every fight, Kane. You've just alluded to, the last fight, and you had your good lady with you in, at the events and things like that. How important to you is the support that you get from such as your girlfriend and your family, and how much of that is a motivation for you to sort of step into the sport and make your mark and really kind of kick on and forge a good career ahead for yourself.
Yeah, 100%. They all motivate me in different ways. My family, my girlfriend Maddie, her family, and yeah, I got a good team around me to keep me dedicated and motivated.
What does fighting mean to you, Kane, and why do you fight?
Everything, to be honest. I love this game. I fought in different sports, and I've been doing it for about 5-6 years now, competing. I love it, me.
We were talking off camera, and you said you had your first, was it bare knuckle fight, or your first bare knuckle fight at the age of, was it 16 or 17 in the hay bales?
Yeah, I took it on like a few weeks' notice, just to get into it, just lose some weight, get into thinking box amateur, and went on to unlicensing.
So is it what is it about fighting though? Is it the structure that it gives you to go and train? Is it means something different to everyone? What's inside you that makes you want to, let yourself be free in the ring?
I just feel, I don't know, it's weird. Nothing else interests me. Nothing what I do gives any sort of happiness like to the same level as getting in a ring and fighting another man. It doesn't. Nothing can. Anyone who's got in there and fought will know exactly what I'm saying. It doesn't do anything for you. I just want to keep fighting, get to my end goal is professional boxing, which I've said before, and get to the top of that and earn as much money as I can and be in a lot of good fucking fights.
The boxing, saying you want to go in pro boxing, do you not think the way that the bare knuckle scene's going now, that this is kind of be the sport to be in?
Right now, yeah. That's why I took the fight. Right now, yeah. But I mean, end goal, I'm only 22. So end goals to be in professional boxing, but right now, bare knuckles, what's interesting me.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's the best sport in the world by far.
Absolutely. So in terms of the fight on the 31st of August, Kane, like you say, you've came in short notice, but I think it's obvious to everybody listening to you now that you're more than ready for the challenge and you're up for the challenge. And,
yeah.
I'm really excited because I think, like you say, there's, you're probably going to have a bit of a reach difference. You're going to be the taller fighter and, and it's a bit of, again, it's a nice, interesting contrast of styles between the two of you. Now, I think what you find now is there's more and more fighters who manifest in their own head how they think the fight's going to go and how they think it's going to finish. And obviously, it sounds great, doesn't it, when you predict how the fight's going to finish and what have you. So, in your head, how does the fight end?
I think I'll get him with a knockout. I think not just a reach, but that will play a factor. But I think stylistically, me versus him, I'm going to catch him a lot more than what he's going to be expecting, and he's not going to be catching me. I'm an hard person to work. And you can shell up with gloves on it. That's the difference with bare knuckle and boxing as well. I found a lot of my opponents shell up with their hands in the gloves, and it's hard to get them shots cracking in. But you can't do that in bare knuckle. My shots are going to come through.
obviously, like I said, I alluded to before, you're a big old unit. You're 6'4", did you say you are?
Yeah.
So are you going to be wanting to use your length fight at length and keep him on the end of the jab, or what's the plan there?
However, it depends however he wants to come in. If he wants to come in aggressive, I'm going to put him away quick. If he wants to try and box me smart, then I can see it going a couple more rounds and a good technical battle. But I'm prepared to go either way, whether he wants to fight inside, outside.
How would you describe your fight style?
Awkward. Very awkward. I fight different styles, different opponents. Very big on my defense, but cracking up a lot more on making sure I'm shooting off of that.
Man, I can't wait for this. It's going to be some fight, isn't it, Gil?
Yeah, like you say, absolutely. I mean, as he's like respectfully here, I feel like so far we unfortunately, because it happens, fighters pull out of fights for various reasons, injuries, self-preservation, sometimes, just like you say, and I feel like we unfortunately lost Sam's opponent, and we've actually managed to find ourselves a better fight. And I think that was probably the same with Marty Barnes last week. I think, we lost Marty's opponent. We've got a guy there in Geraint Hargreaves who's probably a better opponent for Marty stylistically. So I think, like you say, the fact that Kane's stepping in and, going to make his bare knuckle debut for us is a huge honour. We're looking forward to having him on the show. Like you say, we've seen some of his bouts, and he's an exciting fighter, and Sam's obviously keen to make an impact on the sport. I think this is what we're always on about. We haven't got two guys fighting here who are just marking time, two guys who are coming for a paycheck. Basically, again, it's another fight between two guys, Ross, who are ambitious. They both want to go on to bigger and better things, and that's when you get the good fights, isn't it? Like you look, Sam's training the house down, Kane's training 6 days a week. We're not again. Respectfully, we're not talking about a couple of fighters rocking up who are just doing the odd little bits and bobs. These guys are putting their all in. These guys are in serious camp because they know it's a huge fight. It's a massive opportunity, and who knows where the road may take either of them. And like you say, 31st of August is going to be a big stepping stone forward for whoever comes out victorious on the night.
Absolutely. Kane, tell us a little bit about your team around you and your gym.
Yeah, I've got a small gym. It's in my area. I go to that gym. It's very tough, and I've seen a few different gyms, but for fights like this, especially when it's bare knuckle, I head more to that gym because he's a good inside fighter, knows how to work good angles with me, and yeah. Aside from that, like I say, I train 6 days a week, different gyms sometimes, but just a nice small team.
Excellent. Who's going to be calling you on the night?
I'm not 100% at the moment. I'm not. There's a couple in mind because I can't. The problem is I can't have my actual coach to come corner me because it's got to be either through Team England or then I have to get a different coach from somewhere else to come down and jump in corner.
Yeah, the boxing associations don't kind of like anyone being involved with the boxing in the bare knuckle, do they? So no, I totally understand that. But hopefully, I'm sure you know plenty of people, and you'll have the right person there behind you.
If not, I'll rock up, shot right hand for his jaw. We're done.
Absolutely. No, yeah. I mean, like you said, just as you alluded there, but Ross, obviously, there's always politics of boxing, isn't there? It's that's how it is, unfortunately. But I'm sure whoever corners Kane on the night will do a fantastic job. So, like you say, looking forward to this fight. As always, people who are watching this, again, we reiterate every time, we've got a fighter here who's putting his heart and soul into his BKB journey, who's coming to do it, for himself, for his family. He's representing, Street Beefs in his team. So if you're out there and you're wanting somebody to sponsor Kane, hit him up, give him some sponsorship, get him behind him, because at the end of the day, like we always say, when these fighters are putting their heart and soul into these camps, they're not cheap. They've got to get the right nutrition, the right coaching, the right training. Everything's got to be immaculate, and they can only do that with the help of other people through sponsorship. So if that's the case, you're looking for somebody to sponsor. There's a 22-year-old lad here on the start of his journey. Get behind him, because I think he certainly deserves it.
Absolutely. And, like you said there, Gil, nothing, all that stuff, it all costs. Nutrition, gym 6 days a week and things like that. It all costs money, your food, travel, anything to help the guys, give them a bit of a head start. Like you say, a young lad, 22 years old, he's got a long time ahead of him in this sport. So,
yeah, absolutely. And like I say, on the night, we'll be doing lots of stuff with like the Windward Media, the Fuse podcast, so if you do sponsor Kane, you'll get your logo circulated on social media channels that are reaching up to 100,000 people a month. We'll get you out there in 4K on highlights packages and things like that. So it'll certainly be money well spent. So like I say, if you're out there and thinking about it, give Kane a sponsor.
Yeah, and follow him on Instagram as well. Wilco, is it K Wilco 19, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, Kane Wilco 19.
Yeah, K Wilco 19. I'll put the link to that in the description box after the podcast. But go give him a follow his journey.
Absolutely,
it's going to be a good one.
Absolutely.
Have you got any shout out or thanks that you want to give anyone, Kane?
That shout out Kev, my coach, Maddie, my girlfriend, for always coming to fights and showing support, and her family as well. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to come absolutely brave on 31st. I can't wait.
Love the confidence.
Absolutely.
Yeah, can't wait to have you up here.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything further to add after that statement, is there? That's just, perfect way to end Kane's little, cameo appearance on the podcast. It's been an absolute pleasure, mate. Thank you very much for coming on. And like I say, we do look forward to seeing you on the 31st of August. It's an absolute pleasure. It's the WBKB, the Fighters of the Stars, and, we look forward to rolling out the red carpet and showing you what we're all about and providing you with a platform to showcase your skills on the night.
I appreciate it. I'll make sure it's worth it as well.
Thank you, mate.
Good man. I'm not sure if you answered this question in the WhatsApp group, but what size top are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Large.
Large. Right, spot on. There we go. There's another one ticked off, Gil.
That's another guard. Yeah.
Appreciate you, Kane. Respect for coming on. Thank you very much, and we'll speak to you soon, my man.
See you later.
Take care, mate. See you soon. Thanks, Kane.
Man, got to admire his confidence. It sounds like he's ready for it, doesn't he?
Absolutely, and you look at it. You're talking about a 22-year-old lad who's 6'3", and 80 kilos, and really backs his ability. And you think, why not? He literally has got the world at his feet. And like I say, but then at the same time, obviously, when we offered Sam Peel the fight, I think Sam thought about it for like 0.01 seconds. He was like, "Yeah, I'll take the fight." So it's two guys who are supremely confident in their own abilities, and like I say, Sam's going to be the shorter fighter, but again, Sam's got heavy hands, and if he finds Kane's chin, then there's a lot of variables in the fight, and it could really be an interesting one, because again, like I said, it's those styles, isn't it? It's how does Sam approach it? How does Kane approach it? Will it be cagey? Will it be a bit of a firefight? We just really don't know how it's going to play out, Ross. So, that's the beauty of it, isn't it? To be quite honest with you, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, styles makes fights. Styles make fights.
Absolutely. Just saying there, Nicky Little popped up. A little shout out to Nicky Little. Nicky's been doing some fantastic work again with our raffle for the event. Thank you very much to Nicky. And like I say, this is 3 shows. He's been with us and worked his ass off for us, and his contribution is very much valued. So thank you very much for all you do, Nicky. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, and other people we need to give a shout out to as well. Bounty competitions, cloud competitions, Lake District Raw Dog Food, Maxwell Flooring, Peyton Brothers Scaffolding, Vandella Phone Repairs, Paige Sewell, and Andy's Man Club. Also, there's Leo's Bar as well in Whitehaven. I haven't got the logo for them, but
Do you know something? Just on the Leo's bar front. So Kev had been there on Friday night with Kelly, because Leo's bar, basically, it's run by Paul and Ashley McGee. It's just became a steakhouse. So Kev had went with Kelly on the Friday night and got themselves like the mixed grill. Saturday, I went round to Kevin's house to watch the BKFC with them. They had so much food left that basically, like, we had the remainder of the mixed grill. The quality of the food, the quality of the meat was absolutely phenomenal. And I'm not kidding, Ross. There was that much left. It was unreal. I mean, so if you get chance, if you're in West Cumbria, Leo's Steakhouse in Workington, anybody who can finish that mixed grill must have a huge appetite. So, like I say, they sponsored the show. They're, great friends of the show as well. So if you're in the West Cumbria area, get yourself along to Leo's. And if you can eat that mixed grill, I'd like to see proof, and I'll shake your hand and I'll buy you a pint if you do it.
Shout out to everyone in the chat as well. Dave Morris Photography. Go and give him a follow on Instagram. Honestly, the quality of his work is unbelievable. Unfortunately, he can't come to the WBKB. He's away on holiday this time, but he's definitely going to be there in the future. Fantastic. Gets things from different angles and things like that. And a lot of the fighters from that night are sharing his work. And Nicky Little is saying all the raffle prizes sorted, lads. People buying plenty of tickets now. Will be on sale on the night. Anybody wants a raffle ticket, contact him.
Do you know something, Ross? Going back to what you said about David and the photography, I have seen some absolutely first-class photography from the BKFC events at the weekend. It's amazing, isn't it? There's people capturing shots of literally sort of the sweat being like knocked off the fighters' heads with punches, and the quality of the work now that's been captured by photographers and people in the media games, absolutely phenomenal, isn't it?
Absolutely. Dave's got a niche kind of. He'll go and sit up in the crowd and around the stadium and get that long lens. He's got a lens. I can't see my hands, but it disappears in the green screen. But he's got a super long lens, and he gets these crystal clear pictures so close up as well. It'd be like you would think he was stood at the side of the ring. It's unbelievable stuff that he does. So go and give him a follow.
Absolutely, like you were saying, and we look forward to having David Long at our shows in future. So thank you very much to him for all that he's doing for the sport, basically.
Yeah. No, David Round again. I don't know where he's gone. He's gone AWOL. He does that sometimes, but that's our David, isn't it?
Well, that's it. Like you say, maybe he's had his 8 cans of Holston pills and couldn't handle the training lager, and But to be honest with you, it's been quite refreshing because like you say, there's been nobody to give us any abuse tonight or anything like that. You think last week I shaved my beard and then he had to go at my hair, so I've shaved my hair so that he couldn't have a go at my hair, and obviously he hasn't. After all that, he hasn't even fucking turned up, has he? But again, do you know something? He's an absolutely fantastic bloke, and through the week, he actually, as I'm sure you can elaborate, Ross, he's put forward a really fantastic gesture, hasn't he?
He has.
For the fighters at the next show.
He has. We'll hold on to that for now, but
yes, we'll let him announce.
We'll share that with the fighters soon enough.
If he turns up to the next podcast, we'll let David announce it then. But I think it just shows the mark of the man, doesn't it? He is somebody that we really hold in really, really high regard. Is David Round, and him and all our other special guests at the event. We're really looking forward to it. I mean, I think we actually had one of our most popular ever social media posts. We popped on our Instagram yesterday, I think it was, that Aggie Faulkner, the number 2 BKFC heavyweight and fighting pride of Egremont, Cumbria, he's going to be at ringside. And I think it got over 300 and something likes on it. It went absolutely mental, didn't it? And it just shows what a draw Aggie is to the public. That as soon as we announced he was going to be another of our special guests, the amount of interactions and things like that on that was absolutely mental.
Yeah, Aggie brings numbers. He's like you say, everyone holds him in high regard, and he could be fighting for a title soon enough. I hope he does.
Yeah, like you say, absolutely. He's certainly earned his stripes, hasn't he, with 2 fantastic knockouts in the BKFC. And it'll be interesting to see who's next for him. Exciting times, and like you say, I'm sure he'll give it his all. And whoever he does fight, we'll certainly have more than their hands full with fighting Aggie, because, like you say, he's a real tough guy who hits like a train. And yeah, but like I say, it's going to be fantastic to have me along on the 31st of August at the WBKB 3 event. Again, like I say, we've just got a night of so many fantastic fights. Obviously, over the last couple of podcasts, we'll recap it, but so excited for it, Ross, now, to see Jack Dugdale fight Vidmantas and Etchkiss and see who comes out on top of that. Can Gary Taylor take the title that was Bartek Kanabi's and beat Reese Hampton, who was an Olympus double champion? You've got Marty Barnes versus Jez Hargraves, which is an absolute barn burner of a fight. We've got our first ever ladies fight. We've got the local war between Phil Flavel and Richard Hodgson, a real Workington versus Whitehaven battle. And then obviously on top of that, we've got the one that we talk about tonight, haven't we? We've got the Sam Peel fight against Kane Wilkinson. I just think the whole card's absolutely stacked. I really do think that this is probably about the best card that we've put together so far in terms of the quality of the matchups and things like that. Matt Sutton v Martin Smith. I think Andy Walsh and Nathan Thompson has got a 3-round war written all over it. It's going to be a super event. Like I say, tickets are going really well now. We really are on limited ticket availability. So if people don't want to miss out, they need to get in touch with us either through Facebook, Instagram, or drop Kev a message 07568 729 822. And like I say, secure your tickets today because 31st of August, we're going to blow the roof clean off the Copeland Stadium at Whitehaven.
Too right we are. Why wait? Get your tickets now. Don't disappoint. And again, the weigh-ins the night before, 30th of August, 6 p.m. Morrisby Rugby Club. We're going to be doing the live weigh-in, ceremonial weigh-ins there as well with some of the fighters and face-offs. It's going to be unreal. I can't wait.
No, like you say, exciting times, Ross, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's coming in very quickly now. So, like you say, people, don't miss out. Get your tickets, get along and support the biggest event in West Cumbria this summer, WBKB 3. We're going to continue to go from strength to strength. Again, huge thank you to all our supporters, sponsors, fighters, everybody who's been with us so far for this first year of the journey. Long may it continue. And like you say, just over 2 weeks' time, massive event, WBKB 3. If you miss it, you will kick yourself that you've missed out.
Excellent, Gil. Thank you very much for coming on, pal. Always a pleasure to have you on.
I'm just off now for my Mac Chicken sandwich, Ross. So, Mac Chicken sandwich, large fries, Diet Coke, Smarties McFlurry. Happy days.
And a double cheeseburger chaser.
We'll see. I can't rule it out. Do you know something? I'm here saying please sponsor fighters because their nutrition costs a heck of a lot. My nutrition costs more than any of these fighters, I'll tell you. So if anybody wants to sponsor me, KFC, McDonald's, Subway, if you're out there and you're watching, the local Chinese, I'm available to sponsor. I'll come on here every Thursday and wear your top instead of the WBKB top. But yeah, like I say, a pleasure as always, mate, and thanks very much for having us on again.
No worries. Same time next week. I'll see you there.
Indeed, you will, mate.
Stay on for a minute, Gil, in the background, and I'll speak to you in a sec.
You will.
Nice one. Thanks very
mate.
much for everyone for watching in the Red Corner podcast. Like I say, plenty more interviews to come from the BKFC at the weekend. Jab that like button, jab the subscribe button. Go and buy your WBKB ticket because you do not want to miss it. Right. Stay safe, everyone. Cheers. Bye. Take it easy, Rick.